All right, welcome everybody. We are casting the first game of, at least the first match that I'm watching, of the Age of the Ring, the first official tournament, the Mr. Bones Spooktacular Cup. And honestly, we've got maybe the best first match that we could ask for this spooky cup. We've got Dol Guldur on the top right, being played by Smeargollum. And mirroring that, we've got another Dol Guldur up here in the top left. We've got Madman888. Let's just jump right into it. We've got both players starting with 3 mills, with 3 of their 4 shades. However, we've got Smeargollum. It looks like, yes, he's running one of his shades over to proxy I assume, the Gowl. Yep, indeed. So we've got the Dol Guldur barracks being proxied on Madman's side of the map, and the standard placement over here for Madman. And it'll be a little bit before he is able to notice this, probably. I mean, all of his shades have been used up. We'll see if he scouts with this one, but... Alright, we've got the pikemen. I assume the pikemen are going to head straight for... On the River Eisen, we've got the 2 wargs on the inside of the river here, as well as on the outside. So we do see the Gowlers gonna creep over here for Madman. And first Broken Rabble going to be coming out for Smeargollum here in just a second. A 4th mill going down for Smeargollum, and a 4th mill being started for Madman. So it looks like Smeargollum opted in for the mill before producing any units. He's going to be able to sneak these Broken Rabble through. Let's see. Yep. So Madman should be able to see these now, but not necessarily that it came from a proxy barracks, because they just entered his vision here. That could have just come from the river. I mean, these Broken Rabble are going to take this mill unless he responds. So Madman just kind of prioritizing the creep. Not really... yeah, the mill's going to go down. So that's actually a pretty big blow. These Broken Rabble are going to keep going. We do have Thrain over here for Madman. But it's not going to be enough. I mean, maybe the Decay will get these Broken Rabble before they're able to take this mill? Yeah. Well, we'll see. Over here, though, Thrain is going to be able to lead these Broken Rabble to victory, killing off one of Smeargollum's battalions here. Smeargollum... I still don't think this gal has been discovered, so... You have some archers on the side of Madman. Now, the Dol Guldur mirror matchup is very interesting because the slow decay of the units is going to be in favor of whoever is defending, right? Because you've got to send your units across and decay over time. But that is the strength of the proxy over here, so Smeargollum trying to mitigate that a little bit. Madman able to contain these Broken Rabble, but honestly, losing both of these mills is going to be pretty detrimental. In terms of resources, was I on that? Yeah. 110 resources and only 2 mills producing at this time, so in order to keep up with Smeargollum's attacks and bring the eco back up online, that's going to be a tall order. The Fell Brood hitting the map and destroying this 1 mill. Wow. 1 mill down for Madman. That's going to be pretty tough to come back from. You see these pikemen getting clumped up here in the middle. He should be able to be cleaned up. There's enough stuff from Madman here. It seems like he is prioritizing his defenses here. Getting his 2nd mill up. Spiderlings passing each other. I thought you were on our side. This is just the pinnacle of spooky battles here. Madman cleaning up the assault here. I still don't think this gal's been discovered. That's huge. I mean, this... With all these units that are close to home, Madman should be able to take out this gal if he knew about it. I don't think he does, so We've got 2 more battalions coming across from Smeargollum here. And the Fell Brood fighting in melee. Oh, there we go, going for the trample. But being able to clean up. If Smeargollum can take out the pikeman battalions, his Fell Brood should be able to clean up everything else. Which appears to be the case here. No problem with that. We finally do have the other mill coming up. The thing with Dol Guldur mills is that they really cost $400 if you want to replace them, because you have to buy that shade for 100. But I guess in a mirror match that's pretty moot. Got the Fell Broods kind of passing each other by again. The Fell Broods for Madman are going to be pretty key to his defense here. As long as Smeargollum has trouble sending in pikemen, he should be able to protect his mills pretty well. It's just going to be these level 3 AotR here that are going to wreak some havoc. If we look at the CP difference, though, I think we can kind of see the writing on the wall a little bit. We see 775 here for Smeargollum. His whole map is being taken. Getting the creeps, there's just mills everywhere. You see Gollum over here. I do believe Ring Heroes should be turned off for the tournament, so hopefully that doesn't affect anything. We'll see. A whole fleet of AotR here running across to stop Madman's counterattack, and this Fell Brood from Madman is gonna, well, they're gonna run into the Broken Rabble but get too caught in the clump, so the Broken Rabble are gonna be able to take them on, and they run right into the pikes. So Madman's Fell Brood gonna fall. The fleet over here gonna take out the Rabble to protect. These guys can't trample these pikemen, but they're just gonna bypass them and probably go straight to the back here for some more damage. Not gonna go for the Gauls. Ooh, bad time to try building that. Doesn't look like, yeah, it's gonna get wrecked pretty quick. Smeargollum winning the infantry fight too. Yeah, I mean, just the forward Dol Guldur creep. I would kind of like to see some of the towers being pushed forward, as you should see in most Dol Guldur play, but I'm not gonna argue with it. It looks like it's working. The little spiderlings fighting off the big spiders here, but there's just too many. If they get clumped up on this spider layer, that's gonna be a crucial line of defense for Madman gone. Takes more pikemen out. Pikemen not going to be that strong against the Broken Rabble, however. Getting a decent trample on these Broken Rabble here, but Smeargollum pressuring this mill, destroyed the spider layer here, and that's going to be a pretty decisive Game 1 victory over Madman here. I'm just going to fast forward a little bit. I have a feeling it's going to be this until the end. Yeah, that's it. It's just the fortress left at this point. Crush that. All right. GG. Smeargollum takes Game 1 of this first stage match. I'm going to cut the recording here and jump to the start of the next one and pick it up from there. All right. See you guys in a bit. All right, and we're back with Game 2 of the match between Smeargollum and Madman. Over here in the top right on Iron Hills, we have Smeargollum playing Gondor. And over here in the bottom left, the classic matchup, we've got Madman playing Mordor. We're going to see, well, we already see something kind of interesting here. It looks like we're going to go for, oh, okay. A forward, I assume this is going to be a barracks. Yep. So a little bit of a forward barracks here in the slaughterhouse. Gonna get his other slaughterhouse down as soon as he can. Any second now. Over here, oh my goodness. We've got, I've never seen this before. I'm not a very good player, so I definitely don't see any fancy plays like this. We do see Pippin running across the map, probably going to get some scouting done. Looks like he stealths near trees, maybe just stealths in general. I don't use Pippin that much. But what we do see is a triple farm start plus Pippin. Be a fourth farm? Not for a while, anyway. Nope, we've got... Okay. Got a stables going down for Gondor first. After setting up a little bit of eco. Maybe the Pippin to just keep the orcs busy until until the horses come out? I don't hate it. Chucking some rocks. Not able to land any hits quite yet. But getting the scout off is kind of nice. I think orcs were to be expected, but... So, therefore, Madman's not really taking the bait. He's going to let Pippin run around in base and try and get some damage off on some farms. But I think the Riders of Penethgillen aren't cheap, especially since the stable themselves is like a full 500, I believe. So, with the Riders, they should be able to come out in time to deal with these orcs, so no issue there. Pippin just wailing away at this slaughterhouse. But I think these horses are going to catch Madman by surprise. I don't think... We've just got a bunch of orcs queued up. No pikes on the way. Yeah, this is going to be a total surprise here. The Gondorian sentries are also pretty strong. Going to take care of most of the battalion themselves. And a heroic entry by the Riders of Penethgillen there. Alright. And over here... similarly, these goblin caves getting a good amount of damage done on. I think once Madman sees the horses, I would say you want to pull back, maybe even creep the goblins. Like, these orcs aren't going to be of much use across the way against the riders. You need pikemen. You see pikemen coming out now in response. That's good. Pippin is still Pippin is getting some good damage on the slaughterhouse. I feel like you should have recalled Pippin, though. I mean, getting the snipe on the slaughterhouse would have been hilarious, but that's what's going to happen if Pippin gets caught. So, Pippin, see the potential there. Would have liked to see a little bit more from him, but yeah, the riders making quick and dirty work of the orcs. Gonna need to really get the pikemen out in place. Without any swordsmen from Gondor, I would want to get the... Instead of chasing the horsemen down, which you're not going to be able to do, maybe just try and get some damage on some farms. See how it plays out. Just continuing up the orc spam. Not really... He hasn't taken much damage yet. I would like to see him spreading out with a little bit more economy. I think we do, yeah, we do have a lumber mill in the corner, which is nice. But I would just get pikes to be safe from the horses and then try and expand, get a little bit more money out. The Lamedon Clansmen are going to be able to fight off the pikemen and let the riders get some good damage done. I mean, there's no... Are there any pikes on this side of the map? Soon. But, yeah, if he commits to this, that's one dead lumber mill. There's just no response to the pikes, or to the Riders of Penethgillen just yet. Yeah, that's gonna hurt. Don't think that had paid for itself quite yet. Move on. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing challenging him here. There's no reason. It does appear that we've got a Nazgul out on the field. Depending on if Gondor notices that, Nazgul might be able to get it. The Nazgul one hits the riders. That's actually pretty good. Over here, we do see Orc Horde being able to destroy that farm. That's pretty good. Splitting up the orcs here, though, might be denying them. It's hard to tell with the effects, but might be denying them the horde bonus. Captain's Horn goes down for Gondor and gets a nice flank on these battalions. Splits up the pikemen so that the trample can go through. The Wraith's coming in a bit too late here to really help out, unfortunately. Nazgul is going to help clean up the Captain's Horned Lamedon Clansmen, which is good. Orcs chasing off the Clansmen here and catching a battalion of riders. That's awesome. We do see a bit of a proxy barracks being built with a farm over here. That's one thing Smeargollum seems to be pretty good at. He just takes the map, unabashedly takes the map. I think even with the pressure that Madman is mounting, he's not really moving his eco out and getting that CP lead or that eco lead. Yeah, it's a significant difference in CP. and therefore a resource gain for Gondor here. Not going to be great. The Wraiths still wreaking havoc for their maximum a lot of time, but Nazgul getting decent damage down on this farm, but gonna get chased down by some Linhir spearmen. Not gonna be able to kill this one. Uh-oh, I don't think he notices. The Nazgul might just... Okay, no, he takes him around. Okay, I think Madman's making the right moves here. I think he needs to retreat. His pressure is working more against him than it was working for him, because we've just got Gondor expanding on the sides and not taking any real damage. Like, Gondor is fine to lose this farm over and over and over again as long as these other ones are staying in place, but Mordor's resources are a little bit more finite here. CP is much lower. And, I mean, CP for CP, Gondor is going to have the advantage, so Mordor's going to want those overwhelming numbers. But this tier 1 Cav is just going to be a little bit too much. We'll commend him for the control of these riders and making sure he's not riding him into those pikes. The trolls could be a turning point for Mordor, though. If he's able to get some trolls in melee and catch some of those horses off guard, that would really slow the momentum of Gondor. But over here, we do see Gondor right on the production from that proxy building, mounting an attack from the north here to deadly effect. Losing a production building is not going to be great. He's down to, I believe, 3 barracks here. Still on tier 1. This whole game has just been tier 1. No need to tech up from either player quite yet. Mordor losing a builder here. And, I mean, this attack is still going on. The multi-pronged attacks from Gondor have been really, really strong here. Pressuring the south, getting this base up at a few units built up over time. Makes for a pretty good attack, taking the middle. Oh, ooh. Mordor taking a pretty decent trade there, killing a bunch of horses, but it looks like they were split up between 2 battalions, so those will heal up over time. Yeah, especially if they go back home. Just the infrastructure of Gondor is really impressive. Lots of farms, building 2 heroic structures to get some heroes out, I assume. Mordor is trying to getting this farm is not going to be the Mordor win condition here. And with just the superiority of the Gondor units, this is not a trade Mordor should be taking. I'd like to see him kind of slowly branch out, keep to his perimeter, tech up to some trolls maybe. Easterlings seem pretty far off. I don't know if he'd be able to afford those, but allowing his units to get cut off over here is not going to be great. Nice wraiths. I still don't think it's going to be enough orcs. It's only 1 or 2 battalions of orcs here, and the cavalry's coming. 600 max CP with no units, floating 1,000 resources here, just not able to produce, and a full. Wow. Yeah, no, this is a pretty big victory. Might be looking for some, I was expecting to see some battering ram cheese here. But it looks like we are upgrading for catapults? I probably would have just gone for the battering rams, cheaper and a little bit sturdier. But Gondor just able to get on the means of production here for Mordor, or against Mordor rather. I like this idea. I think if this was happening with a little bit more map presence, this could be a pretty cheeky way to get into this crazy infrastructure over here. Like, take down some of these barracks, then you might have a chance to crawl back. The Nazgul over here are going to bypass the spearmen. But, I mean, this is a full army versus literally nothing. Let's see what he can do over here. I'm going to fast forward a little bit. I have a feeling it's going to take a minute for anything to show up here. Gondor making the rounds over here on the base. Slowly destroying. The Nazgul making his last stand versus the Astari himself, Gandalf. Love to see Gandalf in some PvP. It's cheeky over here too. Yeah, I commend the effort. I mean, this is the game-ending match here, or the match-ending game rather. There it is, GG. All right, so Smeargollum is going to take a 2-0 victory over Madman here in the first stage. So Smeargollum, we're going to see him in, I believe, the quarterfinals are going to be the next stage. GG to both players, and thanks for tuning in and watching the Mr. Bones Spooktacular Cup. All right, talk to you guys later. Bye.